The average RuneScape 3 player stops gaining experience in a skill after level 99 or, depending on the skill, level 120. Why do certain players continue to push beyond their massive virtual skill mastery milestone, and what is their reasoning behind it? In this video, we'll talk about gaining experience beyond level 99, and we will interview two passionate RuneScape players, so when you're ready, grab your cup of tea, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Gaining experience is a large part of playing RuneScape 3, as high-level stats are required for almost everything in-game. This is also the case for many other MMOs. Over the years, these higher level stats have become more and more important. The time to get them has decreased significantly as the experience per hour has risen by a large margin. Some skills are literally 10 times faster than before, and that's why 99s and even 120s are much more common than years before. I've personally gained my fair share of experience with a total experience of 1.82 billion, having a total of 9 120s and 3 200 mils. Now, the only reason I ever gained experience beyond 99 is either because it's necessary for the skill, like with Invention, or the Master Skill Capes, which were released on the 28th of April in 2014. Honestly, one of the best updates RuneScape 3 has ever had, as they added a new level of accomplishment beyond level 99. However, if you wanted those capes and you didn't like grinding beyond 99, you still had to go through all of the extra time, and some of these 120s could take you up to 7 to 8 times as long, while others would only take you twice as long in terms of hours played levels 1 to 99 compared to 99 to 120. Now, for me personally, every 200 mil I have was gained by accident or just by playing and having fun regularly, because all of my 200 millions are in combat. I could have had 200 mil invention, but I just stopped caring about experience because there was both no level reward and no reward fashion wise to get 200 million. Now, both on Old School and on RuneScape 3, there have been suggestions for 200 mil capes, meaning you get a cape just like the 120 cape for getting 200 million experience in a skill, meaning you get a cape for showing off the accomplishment of getting max experience in a certain skill. A 120 all cape has also been teased, and some artists have also made 120 all cape concept art. However, these capes were never added to the game, so there doesn't seem to be a logical reason to go beyond level 120. But is that actually true? Because even in the old days, players went for certain ranks without being able to show it off in-game. Take the Old Knight, Zezima, and Novalife, for example. They didn't have some kind of special cape to show that they were rank 1 or had the most amount of experience in RuneScape or in any particular skill. Yet they still went for these goals. And I think this has to do with the following things. First of all, they must be passionate about the game. Second of all, they like gaining experience and might even have an addiction to the game. And possibly the biggest reason, prestige and bragging rights of literally being amongst the highest ranked players in RuneScape, one of the most popular MMORPGs of all time. But all I can really do is assume these things, so I decided to interview two passionate RuneScape 3 players. One in fact being LaZyPeon, ranked 1 on the high scores, because who better to ask than the number 1 player. I will be asking these two individuals the same set of questions and turn it into a small interview, so I hope you guys enjoy. Hey guys, and welcome to the first interview. I'm here with LaZyPeon. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, guys. It's me, LaZyPeon, rank 1 RuneScape, I guess. That's what he told me to say. So, yeah.
Not scripted or anything. So, I might as well start off with the first question. What was your first 200 mil, and why was it your first? Or did you go it for any specific reason?
My first one was cooking back in the day. Specific reason? Not really, just because it was cheap and fast.
Like how?
Yeah.
How long ago is that? Like
2013?
Oh, that's pretty recent, kind of, like compared to what I was expecting.
Oh no, I was a big noob up until I had money. Well, big noob, but
Mm-hmm. You wanted to add anything to that? Because
Oh,
I did actually
the
interrupt you. Sorry about that.
no problem. But it's just like cheap and fast, I guess. Uh, I don't think I had any goals to go for 200 mil all at the time. Just something that I was doing on the side while doing trim recs.
Oh, okay.
Uh, but then I stopped going for trim and I started going for 5.2 at the time when they added silver rocks, because like 5.2 was never a goal of mine until they added silver rocks, to be honest.
So basically, what you're saying is agility is trash, right?
Yes.
I
Sorry, Jabrin.
I did not expect to hear something like that, but hey, I guess even you hate agility. So, huh. But since you are 5.6 and rank 1, is there any specific reason, let's say when you were at 3 billion experience, you kept going for 200 mils, apart from the goal of getting 5.2?
I just decided to go to max XP. Honestly, like I had 200 mil cooking, and then I decided to go to 200 mil hull, and then I just saved like all the skills and got the rest all together.
Okay, so you just went with the flow, basically.
Yeah.
Is there any specific part that makes 120 to 200 mil more fun than 1 to 120, or is it just
XP rates, I guess, because I don't like doing slow methods. Like the only reason I probably don't make more accounts is because I hate training 1 to 99.
aha? So yeah, post 99 is indeed much more pleasant. I have to agree on that.
Yeah, unless like I guess new skills because it's new, but like doing the same thing with slow methods again, I just don't like it. As I
Like,
don't like questing as well,
oh,
because I've done the quests. I like questing and reading chat when I can, if I'm doing them alone,
mm-hmm.
but not repeating them. No.
No, I know what you mean. I absolutely despise quests as well. Uh,
No, I like them, but I just don't like repeating them.
yeah, but yeah, okay. That makes sense. Sorry, I misunderstood you there for a second.
Yeah, no problem.
Um, Now, I'm assuming you enjoy skilling more than PVM just because of your experience, but you might as well also have 100,000 boss skills for all I know. Do you?
Yeah. Yeah, I have an insane final boss. I just got it like a few days ago, actually.
Oh, congrats, dude. Well done.
Thank you.
Pretty impressive achievement, if I do say so myself.
But I don't know. It's just like mostly it's like staying busy. I like having goals and achieving them,
Mm-hmm.
whether it be isn't skilling or PVMing or whatever.
Yeah. That's basically without any goals, and I'm sure you've had points where you didn't have any goals. RuneScape just feels a little empty, so you need
Yeah.
something you're working towards. Yeah,
Yep.
but
That's the whole point of MMORPG, I guess.
basically, yeah. Is there anything that makes you like skilling more than grinding out a boss, or is it just what you're feeling, like at the point, at the time?
Uh,
Like,
I don't know. Like skilling for the most part, I like AFK skills, so I can watch shows and do other stuff. Depending on the skilling, I liked engineering and archaeology was fun because of the mysteries.
oh yeah.
I don't know, the grindy part. It like if it's a high intensity skill and like I don't really like them because I have to pay too much attention to the skill
Two
and
tick
I can do
divination,
other stuff.
or
Huh?
two tick. Is it 2 or 4 tick divination? Like the whole of memories? Was that like boring or?
I already had 200 mil
Oh,
divination when that
well,
came out. So I
okay.
have no idea.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm actually surprised. So yeah, so basically skills like fishing and stuff, you probably just do waterfall fishing over fishing frenzy. But I'm assuming you already had 200 mil.
Really depends on rates, I guess.
Okay.
If it's like something like AFK and there's a meta that's like 10 or 20% faster or something like that, but at high intensity, I'll just go with the AFK one because then I can do like in real life stuff or watch a show. In a way, it's more efficient, at least in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
I agree. I do that too because otherwise it's just if it is AFK, you might as well be doing something else on the side. There's no
Yeah.
reason to watch your screen.
Yep.
Now, this is a question I'm definitely curious about. Would you like 200 mil capes to be a thing? If no or yes, why?
Um, I honestly, I have like no real like interest in having 200 mil capes, but I don't mind them.
Okay.
I prefer if they like wasted their development time with something else. Not wasted, but used their development time with
Yeah,
something
yeah,
else.
like it would be because there
Yeah,
aren't too many people that might care about that.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But I like the 120 capes already. I don't know, like I wouldn't mind it though. I don't know.
Wouldn't you like something that would show that you do have 5.6 in game, like one pet or one cape that shows you have, you know,
Uh huh.
or your high score rank maybe even something like that? Would you enjoy having
I
something like
guess
that in
that
game?
could be fun for some people, yeah. But me personally, I do the achievements for me, like not to like show off or whatever. I just do the stuff so like to achieve for myself. But
Damn.
I can feel like people wanting that, and that's a good idea. But yeah, I guess.
Okay. Oh, that is honestly a reply I did not expect. I expected, because, rank one or maybe before that, top 25 bragging rights do come along with that. At least I assumed so, but did not.
I guess so, but I just like to prove myself to myself. I don't know if you get me.
Yeah,
I
I know
just
what you
like
mean.
to
Yeah, definitely.
push my boundaries.
I think in that podcast you did with Micro and stuff, I think Micro said the
Hmm.
same thing, but like he wanted it as like a
Yeah,
long-term childhood
yeah,
goal, and that's
yeah,
the reason. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Would you be interested in a XP prestige system?
Oh, if I still had time to play, yes.
Wait, you don't have time to play
Nowadays,
anymore? Hmm.
nowadays, not like with the current situation. I'm working remote, so yeah, I have time.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of play all day, but I guess that's like what it is
Mm-hmm.
because I can't really leave the house. Well, I can, but I just prefer not to. If I don't really have to, like there's no reason to go for now.
Yeah, that makes
'Cause,
sense.
but like as soon as this situation like goes away or whatever, I'll my playing cut time will be cut in like more than half. So
Yeah, that's a pretty drastic hit. So you were saying if you do have time, you wouldn't mind an XP per C system, but if it wasn't for the current situation, you would definitely not want it. Like, would you want to get back to skilling to get,
oh
let's say, max
I
prestige in a skill?
I go back to skilling, yeah, I guess. But like that's not like if I was free, I definitely want it, so I could just like do more.
Mm-hmm.
But like now, I don't really have time to play, and I want to do other things instead of skilling, like finishing the boss logs and
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And I guess I'd just rather do that than go back to the grind. I don't know.
Yeah, so yeah, kind of grown out of it. I mean, it would make
Yeah,
sense after
yeah.
5.6 billion experience. Not surprising there. Now, this question might be slightly controversial, and it can depend on the type of player, but would you consider yourself to have been addicted to the game at some point? Because the experience, the way you gain experience in RuneScape 3 is pretty satisfying, and I would say it has an addicting factor to it compared to other games.
Well, gaining XP is addictive. I mean, I wouldn't I won't consider like gaining XP being the addicting factor, but I don't know.
But would,
Uh, but if I was ever addicted to the game,
yeah, that I'm
mostly
curious.
when I
Like,
was young, honestly. Like
like,
when I was really young and I like started playing the game. Uh, like later in life was just most of about like doing like keeping myself busy, whether it be playing like RuneScape or something else, than actually like being addicted to anything.
So basically, like you wouldn't, let's say maybe archaeology, the grind was different because you're going for that rank.
Yeah.
But before that, let's say you had 3 billion experience, you wouldn't like stop, lose a huge amount of sleep just to keep playing, because that's what I would
Oh
call.
no, no.
Yes,
I
it's more
I
casual.
maybe I'd be playing like all day while I was at home, but it was like just because I had nothing else to do, I just like turn on my PC,
Mm-hmm.
play some RuneScape, watch some shows. I guess it was mostly when I played a lot was mostly when I was in college. So I just go to classes, and then like I didn't really have much to do outside of college.
Yeah, fair,
Oh
fair.
yeah,
That makes
but
sense. Yeah.
mostly like I like to keep myself busy at all times, even if it's with RuneScape or with something else. I guess just RuneScape was something I did the most while keeping myself busy. But I played other games and I still do.
Oh,
So yeah.
but that actually answers the last question I had. Like, how do you balance out your life while playing? And you just said you go to your college, you do your thing. Once you have free time, you keep yourself busy by doing something. And RuneScape is one of those games where you can just
Yes.
keep on going. I don't know about now though. If you have the insane final boss and you have 5.6, maybe get
Yeah.
a 5.6 Iron Man. I don't know, dude.
No, I don't really like Iron Man. It's not my thing. And I have a Max Old School account,
hmm
just like Maxscape, because like getting more than Maxscape is kind of pointless. Like the grind, as I said, is not something I have time for, or I
hmm
have wanna like quote unquote waste my time for. Um, but yeah, what were we even talking about? I kind of lost myself there.
Oh, so how do you balance out your life while playing
Oh,
RuneScape? Because for someone with 5.6,
hmm
um, average down over the years, you do play more than probably the average player,
yeah,
and
yeah,
that's it is what it is. Especially if you're going for higher score ranks, or you get those 200 mils out of the way. But
yeah.
have you ever had issues balancing out your life at all? Probably not, I assume, because.
No, like I used to play a lot, like 15 hours a day when I was
hmm
in college or something like that. I don't know, or whatever, 12. I don't remember. But nowadays, like I like last year, I started working, or a little bit more than last year. So I only like played 4 hours a day. I was kind of quit until like a few months ago, actually. I don't know how
Okay.
many, but yeah. Uh, so I played like 4 hours a day or something when I gotta go to work. When I'm working remote, I just put like RuneScape on the background and whatever while I'm working.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So in my opinion, that's definitely like balanced out well. Like that, just AFKing things, doing things while doing
Yeah,
something else. That's actually, um,
yeah,
and even 15 hours a day, you weren't constantly because I think that's an assumption a lot of people have that people on the top leaderboard play 20 hours a day, 10 years round. You know what I
no,
mean? That's probably not the case.
no. I still sleep like 8 hours a day. I
I
like
see.
my sleep.
Good. It's also healthier that way.
Yeah.
Sleep is very important. That was pretty much all the questions I had actually. So
Okay.
thank you
How
very
did I
much for
do?
thank
What's my
you.
score? What's my final score?
Final score. Hey guys, and welcome to the second interview. We're here with Yagami. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey, I am in RuneScape known as Yagami, and I like to get XP. What can I say? And I PVM a lot as well.
A lot. What about your Calfight King kill count?
That's uh, that's an anomaly. A lot is 12k. 12k.
Casual 12,000 KK kills, dude. Absolute mad lad. But yeah, today we're going to talk about XP. So, what was your first 200 million and why? Or do you even remember?
My first 200 mil, I remember it's defense. It's mainly because I like combat, and combat XP is fast, and defense is like the one style where you can train with everything,
Oh yeah.
like mage, melee, and range.
hmm
I decided to do that because, Constitution obviously can also be trained with all three. However, it's slightly slower. So I just went with defense.
Okay.
And I remember I got that at just camping General Grotto when I was a noob.
So at least you were making money, right? You didn't do the Abyss or something.
No, I was making money at Grotto. I actually got 200 mil defense before I maxed.
What? Actually, yo, I heard. I got 200 mil magic before maxing. That's not that crazy, I think. If you like bossing, right? So
Yeah.
okay. Is there any specific reason you've went for, let's say, 200 mil in a certain skill, excluding combat here? Is there any reason you went for those, or?
Well, a couple of them, for example, Herblore is one of them. I actually got 120, 200 mil before Jagex made it official, like a real thing. Mainly because I find it useful. Because you make a lot of potions out of it, and those potions are used in PVM. So I figured, may as well go for 200 mil, right?
Yeah.
And another reason why I wanted to go for 200 mil and not stop at 120 is I could just hit the cap on things, if you know what I mean.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I know what you mean there. Also, about like the potions, don't you have like, I don't know how many overloads, like a crazy amount, or did you anything else for 200 mil herb?
I made overloads all the way. I got 200 mil herb before Priff. That means I couldn't make combination potions, so I think I ended up with 50,000 overloads or something like that.
Holy crap, dude! That is pretty insane. Is there?
That's-
Yeah.
Go on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is there any part of the journey you like from 120 to 200 mil? Or is it just to get it over with?
Well, I really like just, the XP bubble, the one that has the orange progress bar around it. I love seeing that going up. Just watching it just like every, a bunch of inventories, it just expands by just a little bit, and it just like, you can feel yourself getting closer and closer. You're like, yes. And because they haven't made it a 120 skill back then, you still got the 50 mil XP broadcast and 100 mil XP broadcast. And those are like milestones as well.
Yeah, those are like they're pretty cool to get. Like you get that short feeling of accomplishment because everyone in the world will see that broadcast,
Yeah.
and you get the GZ, the guts and all that stuff. Yeah, dude. But usually, I think these days people are so lazy they sometimes even just send a G, not even the Z.
Yeah.
Pretty strange, but hey.
Yeah.
Assuming you enjoy skilling more than PVM, which I don't think you do, because you do like your bossing, is there anything that makes skilling more fun than grinding out a boss for you, or is that just not the case?
Grinding out a boss I like because it's more interactive. For example, a skill is you just sit there, you do the same thing over and over and over again. It's the thing I like about scaling is the sense of achievement, or like just the sense that I've done this. I've accomplished, like, let's say 200 mil on a skill, 120 is skill. Whereas bossing, it's more of the journey. It's like when you do the boss, memes can happen, and you can take learners for bossing too. So it's kind of like you're helping someone. Whereas skilling is just, you sit there, you dig the ground for 40 hours, you get a 99, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, if you're digging, if it's archaeology, it's not 40 hours, sadly, but
Yeah.
so slow. But yeah, I know what you mean. Like, skilling is more, well, mostly non-social nowadays, right? Compared to, apart from Double Experience Weekend, where you're all like in the Clan Citadel or your portables and you're chilling there. While PVM is just more, it's different. It varies more.
Yep. Well, there's one exception. Tibbles?
Tibbles. I do not actually.
Tibbles. The guy we were just talking with.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I actually met him doing Arc. I just started chatting because, just skilling. And, Arc is boring, so I just started chatting, and eventually, he's here now, so we're PVMing together. So, skilling, I think, in my opinion, skilling is more of the destination, and PVM is the journey. But you also get the, the drops, which is the kind of the destination. But sometimes, in a rare occasion, you can, have a chat, people, while skilling, especially with an AFK skill like that, and you can meet some pretty nice people out there. So that's like another benefit of skilling. But as he said, not a lot of people talk now, which is quite unfortunate.
Yeah, okay, that's an interesting point of view indeed. But one more question within that: do you think getting a big drop is more satisfying than getting, let's say, 200 mil experience broadcast, or not? Which of the two do you like more?
I like a 200 mil experience broadcast, because whereas a drop is based on luck, RNG, you can get on 1 kills, you can get on 1,000 kills. 200 mil, you can't really speed that up, so to say. Obviously, unless you buy keys. But if you're gonna grind it out, it's gonna take you hundreds of hours, and no matter what you do, you're gonna have to do that hundreds of hours, and that to me feels more of an accomplishment.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, yeah. Huh. But because 200 mil is quite an accomplishment because it's so much experience beyond 120, would you like 200 mil capes to be a thing or not?
In my opinion, 200 mil capes. I would kind of think of it like the difference between a trimmed and an untrimmed cape, because your first 99 is untrimmed, your second 99 is trimmed, kind of like that. So maybe like a modification on the 120 capes, kind of like that.
Like maybe a trim or like different color particles or something like that to the 120 capes that already exist for 200 mil.
Yep. Or something like that, yeah. Or maybe make it look fancier.
Because maybe, if they do add 200 mil capes, that might make other players feel forced to go for those capes, if that makes sense, to, fashion if they look very good. Because there are downsides to it as well.
Yeah, well, I think if they add, like, instead of adding a completely new cape, they do a modification on the 120, it would be similar between the difference of comp and trim. Because not a lot of people go for the trim. Because, well, obviously it's effort, and it's only a minor difference. And because comp on itself is already a really big accomplishment, in my opinion.
Definitely.
Trim is even bigger. So it's kind of similar here between the 120 and the 200 mil. 120 is a big accomplishment. 200 mil is even bigger, but it's like a minor modification on the cape. So it won't make as big of an issue, people going for 200 mil just for the cape.
Yeah, actually, that's a really good suggestion. Holy crap, dude. And for those that don't know, he is actually trimmed, or was a week ago. I don't know, but you were trimmed.
Alright. I'm 2 more levels to retrimming, so.
Oh, okay, yeah. So basically retrimmed. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what your total XP is, but I'll look that up. I think it was something like 3.5, 4 bill?
3.2 right now.
Okay. But you are going for 5.6 in the long run, right? Like the long run.
Yep.
Would you
And
be...
one thing...
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, one thing I believe is because whereas GP you can spend it and it goes up and down all the time. XP is something when you get you just have it. So the reason I'm not really rushing it too much, first of all, I enjoy PVM more than skilling. I like to socialize, make friends, or just have fun enjoying PVM. Skilling is kind of something I do on the side, and because over time the XP is not going to go down, it's just going to go up and up until it hits that 200 mil cap. So
yeah,
eventually I'll get that.
And once you get that cap, you're done as well. I think that's a nice thing about 200 mil. Your rank is literally set in stone, and it can only get down if people in the high scores get banned or lose membership, and you don't really have to worry about that skill ever again, basically. Right?
Yeah.
But for that reason, would you be interested in XP prestige system? So beyond 200 mil, let's say you can, just like the Slayer counter, you can get prestige in the skill to flex, and maybe there's a max prestige of 5, meaning you could get 1 billion XP in skills to show off. Would you be interested in that, or wouldn't you?
Well, it entirely depends on how they deal with the high scores, because if you think about it, adding XP prestige systems is going to change the high scores a lot, given how nowadays there's at least over 100 people. Probably 200 now, that's 5.6, I'm guessing. And if they introduce that, all of them is going to have to start skilling a lot in every skill again to rush for that rank 1 on the high scores. Unless prestige is not tracked by high scores, so they just 200 mil, you can hit 200 mil once, and it's just that.
Yeah, but that would be better probably. Like you could just
would be better.
Virtually gain XP beyond 200 mil. Basically, only see in game on like a special high scores. Like
So,
that would
or
be
yeah,
epic.
only on like quick chats or something like that.
Mhm.
That wouldn't be too bad of an idea. I believe a lot of the people that are going for 5.6 or already at 5.6 would like it. Me myself, I want to hit 200 mil all like 5.6 at least without prestiging. Just hit everything cap at least once first.
Yeah.
And then maybe at that point I'll prestige it and just redo it. Another thing is as well, if they do introduce a prestige, don't remove the effects. So you know how when you hit the 99, you get all your level 99 weapons. If you prestige it, you don't want to start from level 1 weapons again.
Oh no, definitely no. Like just
like a
virtual
virtual thing.
beyond 200 mil. Yeah, because XP rates would just be awful again. That wouldn't make much sense now. But yeah, I mean, it could be a thing still. But yeah. So you wouldn't mind it per se, basically.
No, I wouldn't mind it.
Okay. Now, this is a question I don't think is well, it depends. But speaking about skilling, would you okay? Actually, let's just the entirety of RuneScape. Would you consider yourself as someone with 3 books, be lots of boss skills, lots of hours of playtime? Would you consider yourself to have been addicted to the game at some point, like neglecting, maybe eating for a bit to keep playing, or not at
Every
all?
single day.
Oh, well, damn. I mean, it's not. If you're passionate
yeah.
about the game, right? Like you like the game a
It's
lot,
not
then
that I don't take care of myself. I still sleep when I'm tired, eat when I'm hungry. It's just sometimes you're in the middle of like, let's say, doing something in RuneScape. You're just like, yeah, eating can wait. I'm just gonna finish this, and then you just sit there for like an extra hour or two, and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot to eat.
yeah, I know what you mean.
Am I addicted to the game? I'd say, at least in the past, I have lost. I guess you can say lost control to the
Mhm.
point where I just kept going and like, not go to school just because of playing. I have done that in the past, but not anymore, obviously.
Yeah,
Uh,
that that
yeah.
I was gonna say that's something Lamy said as well. Like he was playing more um, years before, and nowadays because he has a job or more responsibilities or needs to do more stuff, he has been playing much less. Uh,
I think it's. I don't know if it's the case for him, but for me, it's because I started RuneScape around 13 years ago, and I was 8 years
well,
old. Yeah, but I mainly started playing really hard around 13 or 14, somewhere around there. So, at such a young age, you kind of just think RuneScape is life. And at that point, you just ditch everything else. But as you
mhm.
mature, so to say, you kind of just see that you can't just keep playing RuneScape forever.
Exactly.
I
Yeah,
still play it a lot. Yeah.
that's a good point. That's a
But
very good point, in fact. I mean, have you ever sneaked out of bed to play RuneScape during the middle of the night? Because I know another content creator in old school said that in one of his videos. They literally did that, like sneak, because he wasn't allowed to play for that long from his parents.
well, when I was young, where we would have a curfew, like where we have to sleep at like a certain time,
Mm-hmm.
the PC was in the living room. So
Oh.
I couldn't. Like, even if I wanted to, I couldn't. But a lot of the times where my mom would tell me like, "Hey, you got to go to bed. It's late," I would just like, "Yeah, just give me 15 more minutes," and then 15 minutes later, I'll say the same thing, and then it'll be like,
I do, yeah. That is,
yeah,
I know that feeling. I've done the same actually with lots of games when I was younger.
yeah. It's like that one more game, and then you just play another game and another game and another game, just
Yeah,
until oh my god, it's already 3 in the morning.
yeah, dude. That is very accurate. I mean,
Yeah,
this. Yeah, go ahead.
and I've done that a lot. Just wanted to say that.
I mean, yeah, okay. And the last question kind of goes hand in hand. It's, generally speaking, lots of total experience means a lot of time.
hmm
And you kind of, well, not really answered the question, but how do you balance out life while playing a lot of RuneScape compared to the average player, right? Because I think the average player that has, I don't know, like 2,000 total, doesn't play 8 hours a day or 4 hours a day, whatever it may be. Um,
hmm
do you have any way to balance it out? Do you plan when you play RuneScape and when you do other things now, or?
Well, that entirely depends whether I'm skilling or killing, because
Hmm.
PVMing is something that requires focus, well, mostly. Uh, whereas skilling is extremely AFKable, especially for, woodcutting, mining, fishing, that kind of gathering skill is
Mm-hmm.
really AFKable. So, if I know I need to be doing something in real life, and if I know I have a computer access, I can just sit there and AFK something while I do the other thing in real life. If I know I'm free, I can just do PVM or do high intensity stuff, so to say.
Yeah.
So, so but however, if I know that something is really important, so I'm supposed to be focusing on in real life, like studying, or like if I have, let's say, a job interview or I have work, something like that. Obviously, I won't be able to play, so that takes priority. Like
Yeah.
work takes priority.
So basically, be efficient when you can be efficient.
Like if I have a chance to do like AFK stuff, I'll do it.
Huh. I think I used to do that too until I got stopped caring about XP. So yeah, that's interesting. And then if you really have to do something, like you said, you just don't do it. No
Yep.
RuneScape. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's It's a good answer to the question.
Well, that's what I do now. When I was young, I would be like, "No, I have to skill," and just
Yeah, dude. Oh, the days.
especially before Max.
Oh yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, I feel you there. I mean, that the grind to max is something else. Like I'd say the grind to max is different compared to getting 120 or something. Even though I don't go for 120 or myself, I'm pretty sure like the road to max is more intense and like you care more about things.
Maxing is the tutorial of RuneScape.
Oh, dude, that is a
It's basically the tutorial
Ooh.
of RuneScape.
I can see some people like typing away in the comments like, "Ree." I don't know, dude. But yeah, I guess some people, actually a lot of people say that. Like, you can finally play the game after max, right?
Yeah, it's like you've got to. Because here's another thing in my opinion, is RuneScape is a game, not a chore. So you know how a lot of people wake up and they go like, "Oh, I have to do this daily. I have to do this to be maximum efficient."
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's the thing: you don't have to, because you play the game to enjoy it. And if you enjoy PVMing, you PVM. If you enjoy skilling, you skill.
That's the
So
thing, though.
you
People,
might ask me like, yeah, if I don't enjoy skilling, why do I still skill? It's because I enjoy the satisfaction that comes at the end of it. Skilling is just like the method to get that satisfaction, so to say.
that is something more players should think about, because I think that's definitely true. Like, the reason you also go for max is for that satisfaction of finally having every skill 99, and you can hate agility, you can hate divination, you can hate hunter, especially post rework, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just RuneScape has a little. I would almost call it toxic design. Like
Efficiency.
you want to get to that goal, to get that satisfying feeling as fast as you can. Whether that is 99, 120, or 200 mil, doesn't matter. But yeah, it's good that you can like take a step back and maybe not be as efficient as some people. Because I know that for 99s at least, I was doing my caches every freaking day right after school. I was like, let's do the cache because I need to get 99 divination. I need to have it easy. Um, I don't know, that I hate daily escape personally. I don't know how you feel about that, especially post, getting to 5.6.
I just do the easy ones, like the ones that are good and quick, and just like may as well since I'm doing. Usually most of them are AFKable. Like let's say divine locations.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
chat in the client chat while I do it. It's like, oh, it's done, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Or something quick like you just hit the ball, do the ports, like 2 seconds. And
True.
that's all I do. I don't do all the like the war bands, the caches. I should be for maximum efficiency, but I'm not going for that. I'm just having fun.
That's what it's about, right? Like having fun, though.
Yeah.
Sometimes people forget that. I mean, at some point I forgot that too, and that's why I took a step back in terms of playing RuneScape.
Yeah,
Is
I've done that in the past.
But yeah, is there anything
Like,
else? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, go.
I was gonna
How
say.
warbands like warbands is every 7 hours. Sometimes I would like if I don't get 3 camps on the first one, I would stay up for the second warband, and I used to do that. Not
Oof.
anymore.
Oh man, damn. But yeah, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Anything else like to add?
I've no idea how long I've been recording either. Like, I have no clue, dude. It's gonna be a
no,
longer
that's
video
fine.
anyways. It's fine.
Yeah, it's all good. Anything I like to add? I mean, RuneScape. As I said, RuneScape's a game. You want to have fun, get some people to chat with, get someone to play with. Do whatever you like. Don't be limited by like this is the best thing. You have to do this. Don't be limited by that. Do as you like. It's a game. You have your own play style. So, there you go.
Yeah, exactly. There's more routes to Rome. Is that how you say in English? I have no clue.
All roads lead to Rome.
Oh yeah, there we go. Boom. That was the message. Oof, dude, English fail for me. But yeah, with that being said, I'd like to thank you for your time.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for interviewing.